value of an algebraic expression. With that, the 8th chapter was over. So now we move on to the next chapter, lesson number 9. In this chapter, we will see about linear equations. Now, what is a linear equation? An equation with one variable of highest power 1. Okay, an equation which is made of one variable with the highest power 1. So that is called a linear equation. And there are methods of solving a linear equation. That is, we have to find value for that variable, and by putting that value in that equation, the whole equation should be satisfied. This is called solving the equation. Okay, so there is a method for finding the value so that it will solve that equation. Now, we will go to the exercise 9.1. It is given solve the following equations. So, I will do few sums for you. We will see the first question. You can see the first question. It is given 3 by 5y minus 2 is equal to 7 by 10. That is the equation which is given, and we are asked to solve the equation. Now, here we see there are some numbers in the denominator also. We have fractions here. In that case, what we need to do is, first we have to find the LCM of the denominators. What are the denominators? For that we have to find the LCM. So here 5 and 10 are the denominators. We have to see totally everything, both sides of the equation. So we have 5 and 10. We take LCM of 5 and 10. That is 10. So in that, once we get that LCM, we have to multiply every term of the equation by 10. Both sides of the equation we have to multiply by 10. Every term we have to, each term we have to multiply by 10. So here we have 3 by 5y multiplied with 10. When 3 by 5 is multiplied with 10, we have 5 goes 10 2 times, then 2 into 3 we get 6. So we have 6y and minus 2 into 10 is 20 minus 7 by 10 multiplied with 10 we have 10 and 10 gets cut, we have 7. So on the right side of the equation we get 7. Now 6y is equal to this minus 20 we take to the other side of the equation. This is called transposition. This is called transposition. We can just shift to the other side. We already know what is subtracted on the left side will become added on the right side. And so 7 plus 20. So the next step we get is 6y is equal to 27. And next y is equal to 27 by 6. We take 6 to the other side. 6 is multiplied with y here. So when we take to the other side, it will become divided. So 27 by 6. So that will be the final answer for the variable y. Now this is the solution for this equation. In other words, suppose we put this value 27 by 6 in this equation, then it will get solved. We will put 27 by 6 here, means you will get 7 by 10 as the answer. You can even try it later. Now I will do the third sum for you. Third sum, second subdivision, you can see 21 minus 3 into x minus 7 is equal to x plus 20. Here there is no denominator, but we see that some terms are binomials which are multiplied by a number outside. So first we need to open the bracket. That is the first step we have to do in this type of sum. So 21 minus, when we open the bracket, 3 into x. Minus 3 into x, we get minus 3x. In the same way, minus 3 into minus 7. Both the terms we have to multiply. Whatever is inside the bracket, everything we have to multiply. So minus 3 into minus 7, we get plus 21. That is equal to x plus 20. Now, all the x terms we are going to gather on the left side. So it will be minus 3x and this x the right side of the equation. So already 20 is there. Then this 21 when we take to the other side, this is plus, so it will become minus. Same way, another 21 is a constant term here. That will also be taken that side. It will become minus 21. Then we get minus 3x and minus x put together. Both are same side, added to the same side. So we get minus 4x. That is equal to 20. And these two negative terms put together, we get minus 42. Then minus 4x is equal to, signs are different. We find the difference and then put the greater number sign, which will be minus 22. Then x will be equal to minus 22 by minus 4. When we divide, reduce it with two tables, we get 2 here and 11 here, and minus by minus will be positive. This you know already. So negative by negative will become positive. Therefore x is equal to 11 by 2. That is the final answer. Sum for you, first subdivision of 7 sum you can see. It is given x minus 4 by 7 minus x plus 4 by 5 is equal to x plus 3 by 7. Now here, since all the terms in the numerator are binomials, they are all binomials, I have put brackets for those terms. It is not given the bracket, but it is better we put bracket for each binomial which is given in the numerator, so that we will be very careful when we do with the sign. Now, here it is x minus 4 by 7 and x plus 4 by 5 and x plus 3 by 7. And in the denominator we have 7, 5, 7. So, as we did earlier one sum, we need to find the LCM of the denominators. That is right. So, we find LCM for 7 and 5. What is the LCM for 7 and 5? It is 35. So LCM is equal to 35. Now we have to multiply each term by 35. By the LCM we have to multiply every term, both the left hand side and the right hand side of the equation. Now when we multiply the first term with 35, 7 and 35 we can cut, it becomes 5. So 5 in the numerator. So 5 multiplied with x minus 4. Here when we multiply 35 with this term, 5 and 35 we can cut, it goes 7 times. So 7 into x plus 4. Because minus sign is there, we have put minus attached to 7. I think it should be clear. Then again 35 we multiply with this last term which is on the right hand side. When we multiply, it gets cut 5 times. So 5 into x plus 3. Now we can open the brackets as we did the second sum. We have to open the brackets for every term. So 5 into x will be 5x. 5 into minus 4 is minus 20. Then minus 7 into x. We should be very careful there. It is minus 7. Minus 7 into x is minus 7x. Minus 7 into plus 4, which is minus 28, because minus into plus will give minus. That is equal to 5 into x is 5x plus 5 into 3 is 15 plus 15. Then as we did, we have to bring all the x terms, variable terms to the left hand side of the equation. So 5x remains here, minus 7x also remains here. We have to bring 5x from the right hand side to the left hand side. So 5x will become minus 5x. Then we bring all the constant terms to the right hand side. So plus 15 remains on the right hand side. Then minus 20 we bring from here to the other side, it will become plus 20. Minus 28 will become plus 28. Then as we did, when we see here plus 5x and minus 5x, because they are both equal terms with opposite side, we can cut them off. What remains is minus 7x. That is equal to, when we put all of these numbers together, when we add, we get 63. Then x is equal to 63 by minus 7 by transposition. What is multiplied here will become divided. When we take it to the other side, we have to take along with the only then we can get the answer with the proper sign. So 63 by minus 7. When we divide, it gets cut off. 9 times it goes, and then plus divided by minus, we get minus. So the final answer will be x is equal to minus 9. This will be the solution for the given equation. Now you can see the 8th sum, first subdivision. There is a small difference there. We have numbers with decimals. So there is a method of doing problems where the equation is given with decimals. Here the sum is y plus 1.2y is equal to 4.4. We have to see how many decimal places are there, the maximum number of decimal places. Here it is 1.2, here it is 4.4. So there is only one decimal place in 1.2 as well as 4.4. So the maximum number of decimal places is only 1. So in that case, we have to multiply every term by 10. If it is one decimal place, we have to multiply by 10. Suppose there are 2, then by 100. 3 decimal places means we have to multiply by 1000. In that case, we can remove the decimal point. So we have to multiply by 10 throughout. Multiplying by 10 throughout the equation. We get 10 into y, 10y plus 10 into 1.2y will be 12y. 1.2 into 10 is 12. So 12y. That is equal to 4.4 into 10. We get 44. Yes. Then 10y plus 12y, when we put them together, we get 22y. 22y is equal to 44. Then y is equal to, we will bring 22 to the other side, it will become division. 44 by 22. When we cut, it goes 2 times. So y is equal to 2. That will be the final answer. Let me do the 9th sum for you. You can see the 9th sum. In the 9th sum, second subdivision, we are given percentage of x. That is 3 into 2x minus 1 plus 25 percentage of x is equal to 97. When percentage is there in that equation, we have to do it in a particular method. We will see how to do. Now first we will open the bracket as we did earlier. So 3 into 2x is 6x minus 3 into 1 is 3 plus 25 percentage means it is 25 by 100 as you learnt in percentage lesson. So it is 25 by 100 of x, which can be written as 25 by 100x, that is equal to 97. Now since 100 is in the denominator, we can multiply throughout by 100. So multiplying the full equation by 100, what do we get? 6 into 100 is 600x minus 3 into 100, 300 plus 25 by 100 into 100. When 100 gets cut off, we get only 25. So 25x, that is the what remains, and that is equal to 97 into 100, we get 9700. Then we put x terms together, 600x plus 25x, that is the left hand side of the equation, and on the right hand side of the equation we get 9700, what is already there, and we take minus 300 to the other side, it becomes plus 300. Then on the left hand side of the equation we have 600 plus 25, we have 625. So 625x is equal to, when we add these two, we get 10,000 on the right hand side. Then x is equal to 10,000, we will bring 625 to the other side, it will become divided by 625. 10,000 by 625. We can reduce first using 25 tables. Here I have reduced using 25 tables first. Then when we cut, this goes 25 times and 10,000 will go, 100 will go 4 times as you know, and 400. So we get 400 in the numerator. Again we can use 25 to cut. 25 will cut off here and 40 will go 1 time and remainder will be 1 5. That is 150. So 150, if you go, as you know, 6 times in 25. So we have 16. So the value of x here is 16. So the final answer for this one is 16. So this is the solution for this equation. Now you can see the 10th sum. I will just tell you how to do the sum and you can do it. This is not very difficult. They are asking you to find the value of p if the value of x power 4 minus 3x cube minus px minus 5 is equal to 23 when x is equal to minus 2. Actually, they are giving you one equation with two variables, x as well as p. Now, and they are telling it in words. X power 4 minus 3x cube minus px minus 5 is equal to, there you have to put equal to sign, equal to 23. So that will be one equation for you. Then you have to put the value of x as minus 2 as we did in lesson 8 in exercise 8.3 substitution. You have to follow that method and you have to put the value of x as minus 2 in that equation. Then what you get finally will be left out as p. So that value you will get p is equal to. So you can solve that easily and that sum you can do by yourself. Hope you will finish this by yourself. Thank you.